17 right now on a Friday afternoon. We made it to Friday, Mike.
We did, and it's been relatively quiet so far. A couple of showers, one thunderstorm in our state. That could change here.
Yeah, all right. Watching it.
It was a nice week while it lasted.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. First alert weather day today because of that isolated inland storm threat, especially in the northwestern part of the state. Showers are in the forecast tomorrow, drier Sunday, and more rain on the way Tuesday. But let's begin with First Alert Live radar to show you what we're tracking right now. Within the state's borders, nothing going on, but we've been watching this cluster of thunderstorms slowly progress northeast, approaching parts of, say, northwestern Connecticut. So keep an eye out if you're in Sharon, Salisbury, Cornwall, Kent. That's where we could start to see some activity. You'll likely hear some of that thunder soon. A lot of lightning associated with this. So if you do hear thunder, make sure you step inside and let these storms pass you by. They're bringing quite a bit of rainfall with them. Over the last 6 hours, we've been watching the development of these storms out ahead of a weaker line of showers that's been progressing closer and closer to southern New England. We really haven't seen much in the way of activity, but as you heard earlier today, our environment certainly primed for some thunderstorms. If we can get them to develop, they could be on the stronger side. So that's really what we're watching for here. Our ICAM view in Torrington, otherwise actually looking fairly bright right now. And we'll take you to First Alert Futurecast here, 6, 7 o'clock, watching those storms as they move into the state. But they'll be moving in a little bit late. So once we get closer to sunset, and especially past sunset in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll start to see a lot of that fizzle out. And it fizzles out entirely by 11 o'clock tonight. We are dealing with mostly cloudy skies, but otherwise dry. So you see that lone thunderstorm icon in the hills for 7 o'clock, or rather 6 o'clock this evening, clearing up by 8 p.m. Inland shoreline temperatures dropping from the 70s and even 80s down into the 60s. Fog develops overnight. Patchy fog expected. If you're out on the roads early tomorrow morning, you will run into some visibility issues. Temperatures about 60 to 65 overnight. We could see a couple of towns in northwestern Connecticut stay in the upper 50s. And we'll watch this cold front approach tomorrow. And as it does so, more showers expected, and these will likely arrive beginning in the mid to late morning, lasting through the early afternoon, clearing out by tomorrow evening. Sunset tomorrow is almost 8:30. We're just a few minutes shy of that. By 7 p.m., we should see at least some partial clearing, so something to look forward to, perhaps. And then by Sunday, a much drier day overall, but it's later Sunday night when we do run the risk of a few showers sneaking through. And then by Tuesday, our next chance for more widespread rain. Showers looking likely at this point in time, maybe some rumbles of thunder. So again, tonight, we're mostly cloudy, muggy, patchy fog develops. Here are the forecast highs tomorrow, about 70 to 75 degrees. It's still muggy, and we deal with these showers. First Alert Futurecast at noon tomorrow, showing perhaps some heavier rain starting to get in the mix. Some rumbles of thunder certainly possible, crossing through the state by 5, 6 o'clock, exiting eastern Connecticut before we see some improvement by 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. Temperatures tomorrow about 70 to 75, like we mentioned, and then we're back in the mid and upper 70s Sunday. Sunday, a little bit cloudier than perhaps we once thought, but showers hold off until nighttime. By Monday, partly to mostly cloudy, temps in the 70s. Tuesday, 70 to 75. Showers looking likely. At this point in time, doesn't appear to be a washout. Some storms in the mix. Wednesday is when things start to warm back up. Temperatures back above average Thursday and Friday. We're talking mid, if not upper 80s. And that's something that will likely continue into next weekend. The 6 to 10 day outlook here gets us from June 12th through the 16th. So this does encompass all of Father's Day weekend. These shades of orange indicating the higher likelihood that temperatures remain above average. The question, of course, is while it might be warmer than average, does that mean it will be dry? We still have a little bit of time to figure that out. In the meantime, we're keeping a very close eye on any thunderstorm potential this evening and the showers that are on the way tomorrow.
All right, Mike, thank you very much.